it is. But I just snagged this like pound-and-a-half crappie. Oh my goodness. All day for this little... Guys, I'm killing it. It's just crazy. Hey guys, so today we're taking a look at the new yak. Well, it's not so new. I've actually had it for a while. That's why I kind of delayed this video, because I didn't want to just come out with my first impression. I wanted to use it on a few trips. Just got back from the Devil's River trip, which is coming up, and I want to go ahead and give you guys kind of my thoughts and my opinions and my review on this kayak. So we're going to take a look at the first time out and a few points and reviews after the footage. Stay tuned, guys. Man guys, y'all do not know how excited I am about that kayak right there. That is going to be so awesome. I'm going to be able to, I got to get out of the way. Alright, so I got that from Austin Canoe and Kayak. Shout out to them for hooking me up with that. They didn't have my seat and my skeg and a few other things, so they hooked it up with letting me borrow a seat and doing some things like that. So they're pretty cool over there. So shout out to them. But man, Diablo Amigo, it's going to be so awesome for fly fishing, guys. Man, I'm going to be able to stand up on my kayak without worry of tipping over and all that kind of stuff. I am so stoked. It's going to be cool. All right, guys, we'll see you on the water. Can't wait to see you out there. All right. Had to come back just real quick. Don't know if you guys know, but the Diablo Amigo is roughly 37 inches wide. It is one of the widest, most stable kayaks that are made out there, and especially for fly fishers, that's a huge deal, right? Yeah, I'm not going to win any races or anything like that. It's not going to be a speed wagon or anything, but it will do the it will accomplish the purpose that I have for it. And that is just getting out on lakes and rivers and creeks and streams around here. Not streams, creeks and rivers around here. And it's going to be able to handle that shallow water. This thing can hold up to like 600 pounds, which is amazing. That's super, that's just crazy. It's crazy. Most of your standard kayaks, 450 pounds, something like that, 400 pounds, 350 pounds on some, you know, that's kind of your standard. But 600 pounds, and it can draft in 3 inches of water with a lot of weight. So I'm going to be able to just skim across super shallow areas. Going to be able to get to some of those deep pockets that you can't get to with other kayaks and boats and things like that. So really, guys, super stoked, super wide platform. Cannot wait. We're going to do a little stability test today for sure. So you guys are going to check it out. All right, I'll stop driving and cameraing. All right, guys, got it out here on the ground. We're trying to get on the water, so I'm not going to go through it completely. But, you know, just from rear to front, you know, you got your bungees. Here's where my Larry chair is going to go. I don't have it today, but you guys are going to see it. Of course, your typical paddle holders, your stand-up strap, adjustable feet rest, front hatch. This thing is awesome. So much room in there. And then just check out how low profile this thing is. I mean, it's going to be ridiculously stable. Can't wait to get it out there. All right, guys. So her maiden voyage was intense. I just came. There's Josh out there. But we just came. I just came across that. I mean, I don't know if you can really tell the water, but it is really crazy. I mean, it's like half 1 foot white caps crashed in the front. I mean, I'm soaked. Orange white legs. I hadn't been out without pants in a few months. So, I mean, like, keep moving my hat. This is just insane windy. So I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna try to see the difference there, where there's like the muddy water and then the clear water on that side of it. We're just all stirring it up and try to maybe fish that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do the fly. This is like intense wind. I don't know, 20, 30 miles an hour wind or something. But I'm gonna definitely give it a go on the old spin reel there. So, maiden voyage of the Diablo. Awesome. See you guys how intense this is. Gosh, it's fighting his way across. But I don't know that he's gonna make it to my point unless he really gets up and then kind of lets the wind blow him down and across. But yeah, it is crazy. Showing you guys what too. This paddle, Warner, tag and hook, sick paddle. It's a carbon shaft. It's not full carbon fiber, but it's pretty close. And I tell you what, it helps today. That is for sure. Alright, initial reaction after coming across that ridiculousness out there. I'm so glad.
It looks bad, but I have no words.
Oh my goodness. I'm so whooped. Oh man. I have to get like kiss land as soon as I step off the boat. Anyway. Alright, so that was a crazy first time out. When I first went across that lake on top of that Ingle cooler, I didn't have any felt or pad or anything under the thing. It was just slipping all over the place, even though it was all strapped in. It was a crazy ride, but it was much better coming back whenever I put the seat down in the kayak. But since then, I've gotten my Larry chair and other things, and it's made the whole experience a lot better, even on rough water. So that was a little crazy, but let me tell you guys, first of all, I definitely recommend this kayak. It's hands down a really, really nice kayak. A few things that aren't just super great about it, but overall, I recommend this kayak, especially for fly fishers. Other fishermen, for sure, yeah. And then even just recreational, I mean, sure, it's not going to win any, awards on speed, but it definitely has great stability. All right, guys, so talking about that speed, I'm just going to say a few points and just give kind of my 0 to 5 review, okay? So speed. So I would give it a 2 out of 5 on speed. Really, it's just not fast. I mean, it doesn't have a real defined V-shaped hole, so it doesn't just cut through the water. You really got to kind of work for it, a little bit whenever you're trying to get some speed out of it. So it's definitely not very fast. I've really tried to push it before, and I've probably top out, pushing it, 3 to 4 miles per hour, and that's like really pushing it. So definitely, you're not going anywhere fast in this. It's definitely a more relaxed kayak. You can push some miles, but you really, really have to push it. So speed, 2 out of 5. Going along kind of with that, tracking. You guys know tracking is how straight the kayak stays, right, in the water. Especially whenever you're paddling and then you kind of stop paddling for a second. What does it do? Does it veer left? Does it veer right? You know, does it stay straight? Does it track straight? So this guy, without the skeg, we'll get to that in a second, without the skeg, man, the tracking is not all that great. You find yourself having to kind of maybe correct, you know, a couple of paddles on this side, a couple of paddles on this side to kind of keep yourself going straight. With that being said, man, the skeg is worth the investment. Now, I will say that Diablo is kind of a smaller company, so they do take a while sometimes to get out parts, especially if your vendor, you know, which mine was Austin Kayak, if they don't have it in stock, sometimes it could take a little while to get these things in, like the Larry chair or the skeg. My skeg took so long, I went ahead and ended up building my own, designing and building my own, which you guys will see in another video. But I tell you what, with that skeg, this kayak tracks so much straighter, so much better, so much better. I'm telling you, before you just, you know, I'd be paddling and I would just let up with the, you know, stop paddling, and the kayak would instantly just be turning. You drop that skeg down now and it tracks so much better, you know, so much longer. So it definitely keeps you going a little straighter in the wind, especially in the wind. That skeg helps so much. It helped me on some of the big bodies of water when I was out on the Devil's River and we were getting really, really crazy headwind or really, really crazy crosswind. So definitely, so on tracking without the skeg, man, like 1.5 or 2 out of 5. But with the skeg, I'd give it a 4 or 4.5 even, because with that skeg, this kayak really tracks a lot better. So I will say, I will give it some points on that if you have the skeg. If you don't have the skeg, tracking is not all that good, and that's important, guys. Tracking is a big deal. So turning, guys. This thing is, you know, I believe it's 37 inches wide. You know, it's 12 foot 8 long. It's kind of a barge. It's really flat. Like I said, there's not much of a V in the hole. It's a very flat kayak, very wide kayak. So turning is a little bit. I found that out again on the Devils. I had a hard time through some of the rapids. Granted, the water was a little bit lower, so we were kind of getting hung up in between the rocks a little bit, with the water being a little lower than ideal. It wasn't low, but it was lower than ideal. So with that being said, turning, I would give it, I mean, all kayaks, you have to, you know, paddle a little bit. You know, it's not a whitewater kayak, but I'd give it a 3 out of 5 on turning, because I do have my other sit on top that it takes, you know, it takes a few swipes to turn it as well. So I'd give it a 3 out of 5 on turning. Now, as far as moving on, storage. I will tell you this. That front hatch is not a dry storage. Water does get in, so if you do plan on going on a long trip, you need to have all your stuff in dry bags. I did, so I was good. One of my buddies that went, that had just got a new Diablo Amigo, he got most of his stuff wet. Most nights he was having to hang everything up and dry it, because water does get down in there. They try to make it as watertight as possible, but it is not a watertight compartment. But you can stuff a lot of stuff in there. You can stuff a lot of dry bags and stuff a lot of dry bags in the back compartment under the bungees. So I would say with storage, you know, for the wet, for, you know, water still getting in there, but having a lot of storage space, I would give it I'd give it another, like, maybe 3 out of 5, because you know, well, let's say 3.5 out of 5, because you can put quite a bit of stuff in there, and I did have a few smaller items that got down actually in the kayak, and I was able just to lift it up. They all came back. So I'd give it a 3.5 out of 5, because there is a lot of storage. You can fit a lot of stuff. Your stuff just is not going to stay very dry. All right, guys. So moving on, and we're gonna go ahead and make this the last one. I do have a few more points here. If you guys want to see maybe a more all-inclusive review on a few other points, or if you want to know anything, hey, comment down below and I'll try to go and let you know. But if you want to know any more points, I can come out with another video also and let you guys know. Just let me know. Alright, so last one, stability. And the reason I saved this for last because it is the best. You cannot flip this thing. I had it in like class 3 rapids and I did not flip this kayak. I mean, awesome. This guy stays afloat. I had water just coming in on me at times and I would just pop back up like a bobber and just move through the water. And this sucker would just bail the water and I'd just keep on going. So stability is awesome. I give it a 5 out of 5 for sure, hands down. I can stand up on this thing and fly fish all day long, no matter the chop, no matter the water, and you are not feeling like you're gonna fall over at all. You feel stable. It just holds you still, it holds you stable, it feels great. So guys, definitely one of the most stable kayaks out on the market. Also guys, real quick, like I said earlier in the video, this thing holds a ton of weight. So it's great for big guys, great for a lot of weight if you like to carry a lot of stuff on your kayak camping trip. And you're going to stay up, you're going to stay stable, and you're going to feel good the whole time. Even being up in the Larry chair, which puts you that far off the kayak, totally comfortable and feel totally stable the whole time. I never felt like I was going to flip or go over or anything like that on the Devil's River trip, and even before then. I've been out on tons of lakes now, tons of rivers. Had it for a couple months, so I just want to make sure that you guys knew that I've been using this thing for a while before I come on here and do a review. So guys, that's my first initial kind of review on the Diablo Amigo. I might come back and say a few things later on, but for right now I'm real happy with it. I definitely recommend it for you guys. Again, you're not going to win any races with it, not at all, but man, for the stability factor and for the comfort level and for how much weight you can put on this thing and store, man, it is a great kayak camping kayak. It's a great fly fishing kayak, and it's a great just recreational kayak all the way around. So I definitely recommend it for you guys. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Guys, remember to subscribe, remember to like this video. Thanks so much again. Hey, God bless, and go fly fishing. He's gonna make it to my point unless he really gets up and then